veteran Jason Crow.
Thank you, Jimmy, and thank you to my fellow veterans. It's always an honor to stand with them in defense of our Constitution and our nation. I must say, as a 3-time combat veteran, I get pretty damn hot when a 5-time draft dodger bangs the war drums and talks about how easy it is to send boots on the ground in a foreign country. It's a pattern of abusing our military, disrespecting our military that continues to this day. You know, I learned years ago that when elites bang the war drums and talk tough in Washington, D.C., they're not talking about them or their kids going to do the thing. They're talking about kids like me, working class folks from around this country where I grew up that have to pick up a gun, jump into a helicopter or a tank and a ship and go do the hard work. And that's why I bristle when elites once more in this town are so cavalier about the use of American lives and American military power. Let's also be clear that our job as members of Congress is not to be cheerleaders. You've seen all sorts of our Republican colleagues talking about how amazing this operation was. I agree with them. There's no doubt that we have the ability to go almost anywhere in the world at the time and place of our choosing and kill or capture our adversaries or our enemies. That is true. But that's not our job as members of Congress. Our job is to make sure that's being done the right way and for the right reasons, and we're being stewards of the taxpayer dollar. Here are some things we know to be true. There's a lot we don't know, but here are some things we do know to be true. This is not about drugs, and this will not stop the scourge of fentanyl and meth that is killing our children and devastating our communities, because none of those drugs actually come from Venezuela. The drugs that are actually killing our kids are coming from other places. Here's another thing we know to be true. This is not about democracy and freedom for the people of Venezuela, because you've just heard over and over again that the Maduro regime remains intact. In fact, it's more oppressive sitting here today than it ever has been. What this is Donald Trump acting like an organized crime boss and using our military to shake down foreign leaders. Not only is that wrong and illegal, but it's going to undermine the safety and security of the American people. Because a smaller, weaker America with fewer friends means we have to go it alone. And when we go it alone, Americans have to suffer the consequences. That's what this is about. That's what we will continue to fight back against. That is what our duty and our oath compel. Thank you.